Hi, welcome back to the fifth lesson. As mentioned in this lesson, we're going to be doing a locator map for Iraq. So let's zoom into Iraq. Let's just drag it over and then zoom in. So I'm just drawing a rectangle over Iraq. So there we are, a little bit closer in now. So what I want to do now is add in the state boundaries and the state polygons. And also some populated places, so we can use those on our map. So let's go back to our downloads and we shall add in the state lines, the shapefile. Just drop that one in, and we'll also add in the state polygons. We want the ones with the lakes in. So states, provinces, lakes, this one, drop that one in. And now we will also drop in the populated places. So we'll do there's a simple and a normal, obviously the normal's got more places on it, so we'll put that one in. And there we are. Now what it's done is put in all of the polygons, all of the boundaries and all of the places for the entire world. Now all we actually need is just Iraq. So what we need to do is basically tell QGIs to hide everything except Iraq. Now in order to do that I need to explain how QGIS reads the data that has been downloaded from QGIS, from Natural Earth. So if you click on this open attribute table icon, which looks like an Excel spreadsheet, if you just click on it, what it does is it opens up what essentially is an Excel spreadsheet of all of the data that is associated with that layer. Now this is the state, provinces, lines, which is all of the boundaries. So you can see it's got all of this data in. But the important one is that it's got the admin 0 name. So basically it's saying whatever line is on the map, this is the country it belongs to. So we can use that in order to turn off the ones we don't want. So to do that, we double click on the layer and click on General, and you see this big grey box here with the Query Builder button. Now this is going to look a little bit scary because it's all to do with scripting and writing essential, very basic code in order to achieve what we want. So let's click on Query Builder, and what it does is it gives you a list of fields, which were the column headings in that Excel spreadsheet we saw just a moment ago. And the one we're looking for is this one, the admin 0 name, which is the name of the country that the state boundaries belong to. So we just double click on that and it will create it here in this filter expression. So all we need to do is equal single quote Iraq, close single quote. Now what that's basically saying is look through that entire spreadsheet in this column, admin 0 name, and if it equals Iraq, then show it. If it doesn't, hide it. So if I hit OK and then OK, you'll see that it has turned off. Actually, I need to turn this layer off as well. All of the boundaries other than what's in Iraq. Do you see that? There's no purple boundaries in any of the countries surrounding it, just inside Iraq. Now we need to do the same thing for the states. Let's turn the states back on. As you can see, the states is covering the entire map, as you'd expect. So let's double click on this. Same thing as before, Query Builder, admin, let's try and find the name, here we are, name on this one. They all have slightly different column headings. I'll just show you this, it's easier. So let's click on the spreadsheet icon, and the name is the name of the province, so we actually want the name of the country it belongs to. So just scroll over and we should find it here, admin. There you go, that is the country that the state belongs to. So the admin column is the one we're looking for. So double click, let's scroll down till we find the admin column. There it is, double click, and space equals space single quote Iraq, close single quote. OK, Okay, there you go. So now this is just our states for Iraq. Same thing for the populated places. Everything is, click on this to see what the column heading is. So we are looking for SOV0 name. You see this here? This is the country that this populated place belongs to. So that's the column we're going to filter on. Let's close that, double click, query builder, and we're looking for SOV0 name. There it is, double click on that. And again, equals single quote, Iraq, close single quote. The reason we use single quotes and not double quotes are reserved for the column headings in the spreadsheet. So don't put a double quote here, otherwise it won't work. So OK that, and OK that, and there we have it. All we've got now is just the data for Iraq, the boundaries, the states, and the populated places. So same as, I'm going to put the layer for the boundaries. Actually, let's rename these so we know what we're looking at. So this is states, lines, get rid of that. Oh, states, lines, states, polygons. I'm just control clicking on the layer to do this. States and polygons. And same for this one, populated places. And this one is actually up, so I'm going to call it points. Okay, so how we did before to restyle it, first of all, because the boundaries are below the polygons in the layer order, I need to move it above. So I'm just going to click on the layer and drag it up until the black line. See that? There's a little black line that appears just there, very faint in the background. But when you see that, it means that's when you can let go of it. So we'll drop that in there. So now the line polygons. So double click on the polygon layer and style, simple fill, as we did before. I don't want any pen, so let's turn the pen off, which is the border. So no pen. And the fill, I want to select, oops, clicked on the wrong thing, hang on, cancel that. Need to move this window over a little bit. State fill. So click on the fill, magnifying glass, state fill, and we'll OK that. So that's the fill done. Ooh. Jumped into Illustrator. Next we'll do the state lines. So double click on that. Simple line. Colour, I'm actually going to do white on this, so no need to sample anything. Just drag your slider, the grey slider, all the way to the end. Okay, so that's white. But I want it, there's two ways of doing it. Let's move this over here so we can see it better. So you can do solid line here, and there's a dot line here, which we can use. And I'll just apply that so you can see. Not bad, but the dots aren't that great. So you can actually do the type of dot that you want. Now I know from previous experience that I'm going to want 0.8 thickness line, and the custom dash needs to be checked. I want the bevel to be round, so I'll get a nice rounded dot. So let's just select round, and the cap style round as well. Now in the custom dash pattern, I'm going to click on the change button, and I want the dash. Ideally you'd want it as 0 so you get a perfect circle, but if you do 0 in QGIS, it gives you nothing back. So we're going to go for a 0.01 and a space of 2. So we'll OK that and apply that. There we go. Just a little bit stronger, nicer. Okay, so we'll OK that. And now so we can double click on the points and we can style these exactly how we want. Simple marker, we can fill it. I'm just going to do it very simple and just fill it white. White marker with a black border. Very simple. Make it a little bit larger because I think 2 is a bit small. 4. Oh, a little bit too big. Let's change that to 3. Okay. And that's it. That's adding the markers. Now to do the labels, it's very simple. You just move down to the labels here and check this box here, label this layer with, and then choose the column. And the column you want to use is name. And we just click apply and you'll see that those get added in. Simple as that. Now obviously you can go into all the different that in the next tutorial. I will also explain how to use SVG markers, so particular markers for different things like, for example, nuclear reactors or Air Force Base or things like that. So you can actually use an illustration to be your marker. It doesn't have to be a circle or a square. Okay, just OK that. And there we go.